The Archangel Michael tells you very clearly, stop right now. God tells them, you only have 10 seconds left, or you might lose everything He has planned for you. Now is the time to open this. Please stop reading for a moment and take a deep breath. Something holy is coming together around you right now. Heaven has been trying to get in touch with you for hours, and this is the first time the message has reached you without hurting you. Please pay close attention. Right now, God and I have stepped into your time to stop something secret and dangerous that was trying to take what was yours. There is a reason you felt drawn here, your chest feels tight, or your thoughts stopped all of a sudden. God and I came into your timeline. You just made it in time. It was fine with music, God, that you opened this at the last minute. I can now talk. Kid, pay attention. I have a question for you before I tell you what God told me. It seems like life is like a storm that never ends these days, with strange people acting in strange ways. That took longer than you thought it would. Fears and chances suddenly going away just as you were about to take them. This did not happen by chance. These sounds, signs, and echoes told you that something was trying to stop you from making your plans. Heaven will never just show up for no reason, my love. Now is the time for you to act if God tells you to. If you don't act soon, the blessing that has your name on it might be given to someone else. You've been through too much for too long and are in too much pain for that to happen. I need to tell you what God showed me through music. Someone has been calling your name when you're not there. Someone is trying to take something that belongs to you. God in heaven, music could no longer remain silent about your miracle, breakthrough, or opening. That's why the music brought you here. But remember this, they chose you before I tell you what they wanted. You are safe. From morning to night, someone is watching over you. Heaven has been fighting for you all along through music. I'm sorry these past few weeks have been so hard for you. Music, you are going to experience a huge, powerful miracle that will change your whole life. This music gives you light, shelter, healing, and new life, which is exactly what your soul has been asking for when things have been the worst. Music always get worse right before events this big happen. This is what God showed me, dear. If you give up, music, ignore, or turn away from this message from heaven right now, what heaven had planned for you will take longer to happen. That's why we were given 10 seconds. My dear, it was almost the end of your spiritual time. You're not supposed to fall, though. You don't have to give up the thing that was meant to help you feel better. God is giving you peace of mind, safety, and a sudden change. But only if you stay put and let this message do its thing. Before I go on, let me talk about music directly with your heart. Your miracle is almost here. There are lies about your blessing, but the truth about it is stronger than those lies. You can beat the darkness that tried to swallow you up. Type Amen below to accept this divine covering and really feel this truth. Be sure of yourself and say that light is winning. Come with me, don't go, do not forget this moment. Heaven takes over the path that was blocked again. I need to ask you a very important question every second you stay here. Now, before I go on, make sure you subscribe to music. This kind of message will only reach you if heaven lets it. You might have to keep walking as danger gets closer if you miss even one. Music. When you subscribe, you stay in touch with the holy lessons, miracles, and warnings that are meant just for you. Now, music, pay close attention. The attack from the spirit world wasn't meant to kill you. It was meant to keep you from seeing what God had planned. Archangel Michael is now music in front of you. Your name is lit up, and his sword music is ready to go. Heaven is watching everything you do. You are still here, which means that things have already changed. Let me now say what God has given me to say next. You can really feel like your spirit is leaning forward, as if it wants to tell you something. You are right to think that time is running out. God didn't just send me to you today to make you feel better. You were warned, get ready, and keep what is yours safe before it is lost. That's what the music was for. Please really think about this. Not long ago, your fate was laid out on a table in the spiritual world. Both heaven and hell saw your blessings, connections, safety, and more money. You music had to pick one. I believe that's what hurt your chest before. That's why music has been so busy in your mind before you could understand it. Music, your spirit knew what was going on. My child, you need to hear this. There is music that the enemy would have used the chance God gave you if you had just one more second of doubt, hesitation, or uncertainty. That's why God told you to tell them they only have 10 seconds left. Heaven needed your attention right now, not tomorrow or when things were calmer. It needed it in this very breath of music. Let me be clear, someone you trust has mixed feelings. They smile at you when you're around, but when you're not, they say mean things about you. They admire how strong you are, but they really want you to fail. They know how strong you are and are scared of your rise. Their strength stopped you from making progress. Heaven can't fix what you're going to defend, even though it hurts to hear. While heaven can't heal what you won't give up, as soon as you set your limits, divine protection takes over. Write "I am protected" in the comments right now as a brave act of faith. This is your spiritual statement that all hidden traps are taken down and only God-ordained peace is welcome in your space. Things will get better faster than you've ever seen. It will happen as soon as you let go of what is making you feel down. Pay close attention, sweetheart. This message isn't meant to scare you. This isn't a threat. This is what keeps things safe. This keeps you safe. God is now blocking the blow that was meant to break you. If you think this is divine intervention, please let me know in the comments that I am safe. It's not just words. It ties you down spiritually and lets heaven know you're ready for its cover. But you have to stay here. Watch out, because what comes next will change your life for the next 48 hours. The darkness that was around your blessings is already coming apart. Your spirit got there just in time to answer the call from heaven since you read this message. You might have almost missed it, but you didn't. That's why I'm going to keep talking. Your heart is unique and powerful, my child, and heaven loves it very much. But I need to be clear. I have to tell you the truth at the same time. One of the people you trust, music, still has a split heart type. If your spirit sees this as safety, music, instead of loss, feel free to tell me in the comments. Heaven will know that you know what is being taken away, music, and why. Stay where you are because getting clear is getting you ready for what's coming next. When they see you, they smile, but when you're not around, they talk badly about you. They admire how strong you are, but they want you to fail. They know how strong you are and are afraid of your rise. The energy of this person has slowed down your progress. I know this hurts, but heaven can't heal what you hold on to. Music, you will be pushed faster than you have ever been before toward the miracle. We will move on to activation as soon as you let go of what is keeping you from being aware. You can support this work by clicking on the link in the description or the comment that was pinned to the top. You music become a part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog when you buy a coffee, make a donation, or join our KO community. Every seed turns music into light that fights the dark. Listen carefully, because the music you're about to hear will help you understand what's going on right now. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let us open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Please listen carefully, dear music. Heaven isn't trying to scare you with this. Keep in mind that this is not a danger to your safety. It helps keep you safe. It protects you. There is something that was meant to break you between you and God right now, but you have to stay here. The next thing you read will determine what happens in your life in the following 48 hours. Since you opened this message, the area around your blessings has been getting lighter. Your spirit got there just in time to answer heaven's call. You might have almost missed it, but thanks to the music, you didn't. This is why I will talk some more. Heaven loves you very much because you have something special and strong. Even when no one else does, your heart, patience, and quiet kindness are important. These things protect you spiritually better than anything that has ever tried to hurt you. There are times when even the strongest souls need to be realigned. People who have been chosen also need to be warned. People who are already blessed need to be fixed before miracles can happen. I want you to know that heaven has spoken very clearly about you. You're still on the same page. You should be right where you are. Music, every time things turn around, this message is what makes the difference. This message is about duty. The next door that opens will depend on what you do, what you think, and what choice you make. Please answer this question in your spirit before I go on. What were you scared of when you read this? Why did hearing certain words make your heart beat faster? What's your attention right now? It's because your spirit knows what's right. Not everyone was supposed to get this message. It was sent to the person whose life was about to change because of music. Please stay close. Today, I want to tell you something that will make you think about why things went the way they did, why there were losses, delays, and stops in blessings, and why heaven stepped in so quickly. But before I go on, please make sure you subscribe. This music is your spiritual promise to stay on the right path. It could all change if you miss just one message from God right now. You will be sure to get every warning, blessing, and instruction that comes after if you subscribe. Please hold your breath, sweetheart. This message got to you so fast because of the next truth. Music, do not worry, my child. What I am about to say is something that heaven has kept from you today. It might not have been because you were bad or weak, but because your heart wasn't ready to accept this truth yet. It's time now. The wall is being taken down. The music in your spirit is ready. Please pay close attention. Someone has been pulling your energy backwards and they don't even know it. That's why it seemed like you were moving slowly. Your happiness came late and your steps were heavy. Their hearts were angry, their words were full of doubt, and their breath was full of fear. They didn't dislike you. They were scared of how far you were going. Heaven would no longer let their shadow block your light. My child, that space music in your spirit is now clear. Someone else might not be able to handle the brightness if a chosen soul rises nearby. You're becoming too strong, too aware, and too in tune with yourself. They were scared by that music because nothing wrong can stay when you follow your path. I got something music very clear from heaven. Every time you were about to break through, this person would doubt, talk, or think in a way that slowed you down. Music. You didn't know why things took longer, chances were missed, and doors opened and closed all of a sudden. That's where it came from. But when God moves, not even a shadow can hide. Now that the light has reached you, you are supposed to send it to other people. It sends more than just words when you share this message. It gives the people you care about strong energy to make things happen. Send this to 3 people your spirit tells you about and watch the miracle grow. Hearing music was draining you, but as soon as you started reading, it started to get better. You got stronger again. You were made safer again. Things were more clear. You felt heavy, confused, and tired from music because of spiritual interference that is now over. Pay attention to what God said when He sent me music. They've been through enough. Take them off. Heavenly voices heard these words. Soon, your life will change in big ways. The blocks are all about to fall apart. Things are about to move forward after some delays. Please type a strong Amen below to show that you are ready for this divine speed up. Music before the change, make sure you know this. The blessing that is coming your way is not a small one though. That's not how it is. A miracle on the level of fate. There is new music out that will change the way you live, think, and go through life. That's why resistance to music got stronger. That's why people changed. Because of music, you knew something big was about to happen. You were right. Something good made you feel about it. There were real signs for music. It was important that you had dreams. There is music in heaven that talks about a big breakthrough that will end pain, make things right, and clear up places where there was confusion. But you can't go back to the people, memories, or habits that made you tired so that this miracle of music can work. A wound from the past can't become a new blessing. If someone wants you to fail, they can't hold your hand. In heaven, people, things, and truths will keep being shown to you until there are only those meant to walk with you left. In the next 24 hours, your spirit will feel more alive. You will notice things like music, dreams, thoughts, and changes in your energy. Do not forget about them. These are from God signs that will keep you safe and help you reach your goal. The delays mean that the music is over. Things are going faster now. Remember this before it takes place. The music that is coming is a huge blessing that has been planned and will change your life. The music in heaven is now moving. I'll now tell you why heaven said there were only 10 seconds left, my child. The music is going to explain every storm, delay, sad event, and sudden change from the previous season. Just know that the truth I'm about to tell you will sound like music to your spirit. You've always felt music, but you've never fully understood it. In your heart, you knew that something was going to change. It felt like someone or something was getting close. You could feel that something divine was moving toward you. Sweetheart, you were right. God showed me the exact moment when things changed for you. It wasn't loud. It wasn't fun. No one else in the area saw it. Your choice was clear when you said to yourself, I deserve more than this. That one moment, which happened so quickly, shook the spiritual world. You may not even remember it. Heaven paid attention. There were angels all around you, and your path changed based on how much you were worth. You need to know this, my dear. The enemy acts when a chosen soul finally understands how valuable they are. When you stop settling, your fate gets stronger. If someone doesn't want to hear you out, don't try to explain yourself. Also, don't put yourself down to make other people feel better. Things got harder after that. That's why some people stopped going. That's why some buildings came down. Not in any way was it a punishment. It was getting ready. Heaven was setting you up to go to the next place God wants you to go. You must get this, my child. What's going to happen will need room. In order for God to bless you with music, some things had to be taken away. Because you asked for peace, the thing that was making you mad was taken away. To be clear, because you asked for it, you saw what was hidden. Music, someone who didn't love you couldn't get to you because you asked to be safe. Every loss taught me something. It was even a form of safety to be late. Even setbacks were a part of how God changed things. You would be so grateful to be able to see music, what God stopped from happening. There is a link in the description or a pinned comment that you can use to help fund this work. If you want to help, you can buy a copy, give money, or join our Kickstarter community. That way, you join Jesus' plan to save souls who are still lost in fog through music. Sure, my child, there was a time when something bad tried to stop us. It got in through someone you believed in. The music they played didn't match your goal. Their plans were against your light. Your fate is too important to risk for God in heaven to take too long. This is what it meant when the music said 10 seconds left. It was the last second before a spiritual change that would happen today and make a big difference in your life. It wasn't a fluke that I'm reading this music right now. That method cleared the clog. Your blessing has been returned to you. Music once more, your fate keeps you safe. Listen to this truth that only people in heaven know. Your big break music was never cancelled. You weren't ready to carry it when it came. The next part of your life will feel different. There will be more chances. There'll be more peace. It will get stronger in your gut. Things will line up in ways that don't seem possible at first. But there's one more truth you need to hear first. You're going to have to decide soon. It won't seem important or dramatic, but it will determine which door opens next. Heaven will lead you. However, you need to keep your spirit awake to see the signs. That's why I say it again. Please sign up, my dear. It's not just a click. It's a choice about faith. It lets heaven know you're ready for the next job. Prepare yourself, because what I'm about to say will explain why God is acting so quickly, why there is such a need, and what the next miracle that involves your name really means. That's why God moves so quickly, why the warning was so important, and why the message came as a divine order. Now let me tell you what heaven has planned. There will be a big change, music. It's a big blessing. There has been a change in destiny here. Heaven has been getting ready for a long time for this to happen, and the wait for your soul has been even longer. In an instant, your music life will change in ways you can't even understand. It went up because of this. That's why your spirit was worn out. That's why the sad music came in. It was so big that even the worlds that couldn't be seen could feel it. Listen to this truth that heaven has only now let you hear. People have talked about your name in the spiritual world of music. This is not to scare, judge, or punish people. It's to get them to do things before I tell them what heaven has in store for them. You need to understand again why God acted so quickly, why the warning was so strong, and why this message had the power of a divine order. A big change is coming your way. That's not how it is. There isn't any build-up. As the music plays, fate plays out. Heaven has been getting ready for this for a long time, and your soul has been waiting even longer. Now, things will change in your life in ways you can't fully picture yet. The battle around you got worse because of this. That's why your spirit was tired. That's why you were sad, and the realm that can't be seen could tell that a big miracle was on the way. Please pay attention to this truth that was just made public music by heaven. In the spirit world, your name has been called, not because they're scared, worried, or afraid of getting in trouble, but because they want to do something. The promises they made about your future are being broken one by one. Every delay you felt was just getting you ready for how fast things are going to get next. At this very moment, information turns into activation. In the comments section below, type "My destiny is unlocked." Do this with full faith, knowing that heaven is making up for lost time, peace, and blessings. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now stay right here with me because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. There were deals made about your life that you didn't even know about. Write in the comments right now to get this divine activation. My fate is opening up. These words can open doors that have been shut for a long time. The moment you got here was holy. That's why God told my kid, you only have 10 seconds left. It wasn't because you were losing your blessing. It was because the end of the season was near. It would have been easy for you to ignore this message, rush past it, or block the pull in your spirit over the next few days. You would have made plans that were never meant to be for you. But what you said, beloved music, you took a break. Yes, that is true. You heard the voice of God. Because of that, you are now back on track with your real timeline. Please pay attention. God has saved something good for you like music. Something that had been kept back, watched over, and protected. Music was meant to be given to you when your spirit was ready. To a whole new level, it will speed up your life. It will make you more stable, give you more, and make things clearer. You won't have to carry that weight around for much longer. The music in heaven now says it's time, but you need to know this before it comes. The person who got in your way will return soon. To leave, not to say sorry or own up to something. Their music will fade into the background, seem farther away, and become less connected. You'll feel the change in your spirit right away. No one is being turned down here. This keeps you safe. Heaven is separating you from danger that you couldn't see. Don't try to get back what heaven takes away. Do not hold on to things that make you sad. When doors are shut by God's will, they are not meant to be opened again. Your blessing changes based on where you're going. Sounds like going back in time would slow down something that needs to happen quickly. My child, music, your heart has been through enough. Your spirit has been very far away. Music, things that happened to you would have broken most people. You picked love, hope, and faith over fear, though. Heaven could see every tear, every silent prayer, and every fight that we couldn't. Everything you went through with music is now ready to be picked. But hear this one last piece of good news before I tell you about the miracle. You're not behind. Don't worry about being late. Nothing that belonged to you was taken. The things that God has given you so far have been watched over by music. This message isn't a fluke. It was meant to happen this way. These words, music, came to you at just the right time to get your spirit ready for what's next. Let me remind you again in a gentle way. Your wonderful music is almost here, my love. Things are moving along quickly for you. There is a strong vibration of energy around you. Give this work to music through the link in the description or the comment that was pinned. If you buy a coffee, donate money, or join our KO community, that money does not go to a channel. You are not the only one who should walk this path. Wait for the next part, which will tell you the exact miracle God is letting happen, what made it take so long to come, and why it's coming now with such impossible force. My child, take a deep breath. I'm going to tell you why heaven sent this message to you so quickly. That's why you felt a pull right away. Deep down, you knew you had to read this first. Today, my love, a miracle is going to happen in your life that will change everything. Not something short-term, not something small, and not something not important. Just wait a little while longer, pray, cry, wait, and hope for what you want without giving up music, and it will come true. God didn't forget about you, dear. He didn't forget about you while He blessed other people. He had bigger plans than what you asked for, and it had to happen at the right time, with your safety in mind, and away from people who weren't supposed to be with you as you moved on to the next part of your life. Please pay close attention to the music. Heaven taught me that the good things that are going to happen to you come in 3 forms: hope, progress, and freedom. Getting help from God doesn't begin when you see it. It begins when you receive it in your spirit. In the comments below, write, "I receive my divine renewal," to show that you are ready for this release. Let the abundance, healing, and alignment that come from heaven come into your life today through the words you speak. Music that was lost is coming back to life. Getting promoted to a job you should have had all along but couldn't get before. Freedom from invisible chains that were holding your spirit back. There's more. Being fair is a part of this miracle. We did not forget about your problems, music. You did not forget about the people who were not loyal to you. It was meant for setbacks to happen with music. Being alone didn't mean anything bad. Heaven changed the shape of the ground below you, removing any weak bases so that God could build your life on something strong and long-lasting. Pay close attention, my child. Music, your pain got you ready for your calling. You got smarter while you were waiting. The emotional problems you had with music made you stronger. You're not the same person you were today. You're not even close to the person you were today. Heaven now says they're ready since things have changed. I'm ready to go below. Type music, Eamon. Dear one, if you know this to be true, this miracle could not have happened any earlier. It was too heavy for you to hold. You trusted the wrong people. Someone who was mad at you might have seen it and shared it with you. That's why God put it off. To keep you safe, not hurt you. Now though that time of safety through delay is over, the music is perfect in every way. Heaven has said that the big break will happen soon. It won't take long to let you know. You won't expect it. It will just appear out of nowhere in a quiet room. It will stay there forever. It will feel like letting out a breath you've been holding all day. It's like seeing light after a long time of darkness, or putting together pieces that were all over the place. It's not luck. There is no mistake here. This is a meeting of gods, but there is one more test to go before it's all true. It's not meant to trick or beat you, but to make sure you're ready. It will look like a choice. At first it was small, but it was strong. You can choose to go back to what you know or let music make you who you are now. The miracle is almost here, so heaven will know all about this. Be careful with your spirit, my dear. Keep your link open. Listen again. Heaven will lead you if you keep your heart open. I'll ask you again, please subscribe. Soon, heaven will send you one more message that you can't miss. What's going to happen could be put off if you ignore it. By signing up, you can be sure that you won't miss any divine instructions. The next part will tell you what this miracle is, why it's so important, and how your life will change in the next 7 days. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let us finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Friends, get ready for what I'm about to say. It will make heaven want to reach you right now. This is what made you feel so strong. That's why God told them to stop right away. There were only 10 seconds left. Please fully get this. Your life is about to change in a way that is so big that even heaven can't keep quiet. This music language doesn't have any signs. This will last a long time. Right now, you are in the middle of a miracle that will change your whole life. Pay close attention, sweetheart. There has been a long wait for all three blessings to come at the same time. Music. First, a change in finances, music that immediately eases years of stress and strain. Second, a connection or relationship that God has made with someone who is meant to walk with you and not against you, and who is in line with your purpose. Third, music that awakens your spirit and helps you learn new things. These gifts could not be given out before today. You weren't ready in your heart. Things weren't working right around you. Before you could enjoy the miracle, there were still things that could have made it less powerful. Music. Those walls are gone, though. It's time to receive what has been kept for you. The gates to heaven are open. Write it down and say it out loud right now. Now I claim these music blessings and let go of the light, connection, and provision. The money blessing music that is coming your way is not small or short term. It leads to freedom, progress, and peace. Something with your name on it was shown to me by heaven. Everything about it was kept secret, never denied, and put off. That's why music things looked like they were moving slowly. That's why all of your hard work didn't music pay off. The bad things were kept out of your spiritual space for music so that your blessing would be safe. They can't hurt you anymore. Music, they can't drain you anymore, even if they are still close. They are no longer strong. That's why you might feel better today. This is the reason you feel better and have more energy. What was taken has been given back by heaven. At the same time, there is a divine shift happening in your connections. You are being guided by music to someone who can help you take the next step. That person who makes you feel calm instead of tired and clear instead of lost. Why did it take them longer to get here? Because heaven was getting the right version of them ready to meet you in music. There are two paths coming together. At the same time, two ghosts wake up. We hope this bond makes you feel safe, strong, and at ease. That's why other links stopped working. That was just the beginning, not the end. This is how the alignment is supposed to be. Spiritual awakening is the third blessing, and it's the most powerful. There will be more trust in your intuition. You will be able to see your dreams better. It will be easier to hear your inner voice. Music, for as long as they trick you, you'll get better at telling lies apart. Being awake is a gift from God. You can see better music signs and feel safer with it. It also helps you know what's coming. 3 good things happen at the same time today, making it a good day. In the next 3 days, you should see a music sign. It could be a dream, a message, a number that keeps coming up, music, or a sudden shift in spirit. Do not miss it. This is heaven letting you know that the activation worked. I need to remind you again, before I tell you what you need to do to fully receive this miracle. Click on the link in the description or the comment that was pinned. Music, you can help this mission by buying a coffee, giving money, or joining our Ko-fi community. Don't leave until the very end. A big step forward is coming, and your spirit is open. Do not move. Prepare yourself, because what's about to happen is the last key that heaven needs from you before the miracle. Heaven has shown you the good things that are coming your way. Provision, a destiny-aligned music connection, and a spiritual awakening. Before these good things can really take root in your life, there is one more truth you need to know. Every time God does a miracle, the person who receives it needs to do something. Not a big show, not a sacrifice to show off, and not a performance. Music is what heaven wants, a change on the inside, a spiritual agreement, a choice from the heart. Wonderful things happen when everything is clear. When they show up, they are ready, not scared. They grow where people have more faith than doubt. God is ready to keep his promise and give you music. Heaven is set. What was wrong is no longer there. There is no longer delay. Music, it's time now. You should help heaven though. God took something away from you to protect you, and you can't get it back. People who make you feel bad, memories that stress you out, fears that stop you from making music. And you can't keep habits that make you less bright. The next part, the music, calls for a clearer mind, a lighter heart, a healed spirit, and steps that are on point. If you hold on to something that makes you fall, you can't get up. Pay close attention, sweetheart. You were in the middle of two possible futures when God told you about the 10 seconds of music. If you hold on to what you know, you might miss the miracle. If you let go of what doesn't serve you anymore, you might accept everything that heaven has planned for you. Comfort is nice, but it's not what you were meant to do. Right now you are on the edge of the next level, and God is waiting for you to agree. Feel free to write, "I step into my new season" below. When you post this, you let go of old hurts and wounds and boldly step into the purpose that was written in your name. It was a good choice. You read on. Music, the voice from heaven told you to answer. Eventually, that made your life line up with God's plan again. Heaven wants one more promise now. Don't go back to the things that God saved you from. There might be an urge. Comfort doesn't mean fate or a calling, even if it feels good to be close to what you know. Don't let the past change who you are today or tomorrow. The places where your body used to be have already been left by your spirit. People whose hearts haven't changed can't connect with yours anymore. You are no longer in line with the part of you that put up with less than what you were worth. That's why some people left. That's why doors close quickly. That's why endings seemed so sudden. It wasn't a loss. They were freed. Heaven got rid of them, the music, so that your emotional and spiritual blessing could come in. My child, listen to the music that's playing around you. Your guardian angels are planning how to help you. The roads that were closed are now open. There are things being said about you that you don't know about. Your power is getting better. The feeling inside you is getting stronger. Your fate is going to change. The person you prayed to be is becoming more like you. These days will be different from all the others. Soon there will be signs. It will all make sense. Dreams can tell you the truth. People might do different things when they're with you. Chances could appear out of nowhere. There are proofs in this. Things have already changed, even from above. Before you go into blessing, there is one more thing you need to remember, the music. There was only one way to think about why you should fight. Music you should trust, be open, be brave, and have faith now that you are blessed. Your old music self was your shield. Your rise makes you a new person. Heaven has been getting you ready for this change. Before I tell you what you need to do in the next 48 hours to keep up with this miracle, I need to remind you again, keep in touch. Heaven talks in times like these. Right now is not the time to fall away from your faith. Music, it's very important what happens next. Prepare yourself, my child, for the last part. There is a very important message inside that will explain what music heaven wants you to do and how your life will change once you finish this last step. My child, you need to take this last step. To show that you agree, click the like button on this message. Please do this simple thing to let heaven know you are ready and open. This is like the key that lets God's blessings into every part of your life. This big step forward shouldn't be kept from anyone either. When you share this message, you open up a way for God's grace to reach people. Heaven gives you more as you give. Now is the time to tell someone else about it. Because you obey, you will make someone else happy, which will help seal your own miracle. Remember this truth for a moment before we end this strong message. You didn't find this by music accident. It's not a mistake. This message is from Archangel Michael and is only for you. You are welcome to join him music in a safe, high place where divine abundance is not only hoped for but also promised. It's a simple thought that could make a big difference in your life. It doesn't just lead to good things, music. They grow and get into every part of your life. If you say yes to this offer right now, you will get spiritual guidance and insight before anyone else. Thank you for coming to this holy place. Here you will find music that will help you reach your goals faster and with more guidance. Don't miss this chance to play music. You are about to make a big step forward. Click on the link music to join Archangel Michael's close group of friends. The music messages are meant to make your life better and give you more power. This makes sure you never miss them. You can use the link if your spirit tells you to. There is also a way for people who want to help to do so. Just being there and giving your energy is already very important. Do it. Your plenty is ready. When night falls on your heart, music, and the world gets cold again, singing "I'll Be Right There in the Dark" holding on through all the pain. Music and singing. Listen to music and sing for your mind. There is music and singing, and then there is music and singing, and then there is night on your heart and the world feels cold again. I'll be right there in the dark singing, holding on to the music through all the pain. Music singing, music singing. When it gets dark and the world feels cold again, your heart will be filled with music. I'll be music right there in the dark, singing and holding on tight through all the pain. Oh yeah, and your mind has been singing music. No, music not at all. Oh, oh, oh.